Physics. The definition of physics is fluid and constantly changing, but broadly it is the study of matter, energy, motion, and force. Physics attempts to explain natural phenomena through observations and experiments. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity, for instance, determined that gravity is brought about by objects distorting and bending space and time, which are considered to be on the same fabric. Although this appears intimidating at face value, many domains of physics have been exploited to trigger generous leaps forward in technologies that are now part of our daily lives. A good example of this is the integrated circuit, pioneered by a winner of the Nobel Prize in Physics 2000, Jack Kirby. It has been deployed in virtually all smart devices, including tablets and smart appliances. Fluid. I can't really take anything he says seriously because his opinions are so fluid. Constantly. Is it normal that I constantly feel like going on vacation? Where is this constant creepy noise coming from? Motion. My car looks even more beautiful when it's in motion. For a skinny guy, he manages to hit the ball with a lot of force. Don't force yourself if you don't want to come. Forced marriage is a big problem in many countries. Attempt. I've done a marathon before, but I've never attempted a triathlon. Observation. One of my favorite science classes this semester was the observation of plants doing photosynthesis. Your observation is very interesting. I love observing how people behave when they think their boss is watching. According to this research, CO2 has no observable effect on global warming. Experiment. Please make sure you wear eye protection and gloves when doing chemistry experiments. We are experimenting with new English teaching methods at our school. We are developing a new app, but it's still at the experimental stage. General. I really hate general education courses. They are so boring. Why do you always generalize about people from other cultures? Theory. There's a conspiracy 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 theory that says that the Apollo 11 astronauts never really went to the moon. What you are saying is theoretically correct, but it's not going to work in practice. What I have for dinner is generally determined by how lazy I am feeling. I'm determined to study hard and pass the exam. Supply and demand are the main determinants of price. Gravity. I love how when I'm swimming, it feels like gravity doesn't exist. Everyone gravity, everyone gravitates, everyone gravitates to her smile. Distort. I think social media has a tendency to distort, distort the truth. I can't trust information on this forum because it's obvious how distorted it is. Bend. I accidentally bent my credit card where it says my name. Look, my glasses are bendable, so I can put them in my pocket. Fabric. I know this jacket costs a lot, but the fabric is so nice. Intimidating. Intimidating. Do you find Connie intimidating? Intimidating because she's tall or because she's loud? My boss is the worst. He intimidated, in, intimidated, intimidated, intimidated me into keeping silent about his mistakes. I sometimes feel intimidated by smart people. Domain. These reports are in public domain, so you can download them anytime. Exploit. Japan were incredible at exploiting the weakness of the opponent. He was very explorative nature. Exploitative nature. He's always trying to scam money out of his friends. Trigger. I'm worried that increasing prices will trigger a lot of unforeseen consequences. I pulled the trigger and deleted all the photos I took with my ex-boyfriend. Generous. My boyfriend is a very generous person, and a lot of people take advantage of that. Some generously paid for our lunch today. You shouldn't take people's generosity for granted. Leap. There has been a big leap in sales since we launched the new product. Daily. I used to read the newspaper daily, but there's no real point anymore because everything's online. Integrated. I think we should take a more integrated approach to environmental protection. Whether or not you can integrate studies into your normal life is the key to success. An insurance policy is integral to safe traveling, so you should definitely get one. Pioneer. This AI tool was pioneered by Australian scientists. This pioneering platform is so impressive. I can chat with a native speaker anytime. Prize. There's no prize for coming second, so we have to win this thing. That watch is his most prized possession. Deploy. The US recently deployed an additional 2,000 soldiers to Syria. The news about Iraq accidentally deploying was really scary. Virtually. I'm starting to get a bit lonely because virtually all my friends are married. This virtual reality thing is awesome. This is much more fun than real life. Smart. Sam just sounds smart because he has deep voice and uses really big words. Appliance. My mom's addicted to buying electrical appliances on Amazon. The mechanics through which human hu, hummingbirds hover, fly backward, and wander through the air over tiny distances has been a source of fascination for centuries. The flying ability boosted by these dainty, timid creatures is unique among birds. Simplistically speaking, this flight is achieved through the rapid and vigorous rotation of their wings in a figure 8 motion. The force generated by this motion, coupled with the hummingbird's light and hollow skeleton, allows it to float between flowers to search for nourishment and feed, seemingly defying the laws of physics. The application of the theoretical physics behind their flight led to the design and construction of machinery that resembles hummingbirds, such as helicopters. The spinning of the helicopter phrase mimics this miracle of physics, allowing the helicopter to soar vertically to extremely high altitudes and to float and move in any direction. Backward, wander, distance, boost, dainty, dainty, dainty. Timid, creature, vigorous, hollow, skeleton. Nourishment, feed. Please don't feed the pigeons. Defy, resemble, spinning, braid, mimic, soar, altitude, altitude, float, 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 float.